For part 4 of beginning Rhino on Mac with touchpad and mouse, we're going to talk about some line editing techniques when working with Rhino. So in my top view viewport, I have already created an organic blob-like shape using my curve command, which we have talked about in part 3 of this series of demonstrations. And now, if I were to want to fine-tune this blob shape, what we can do is we can type EditPtOn. The point on is shortened in this format, and then hit return. And now I'm prompted to select curves for edit point display. Then I'm going to single click this blob organic shape and then hit return. And now what I'm going to do is I have already selected this gumball, but let me unselect it really quick. What you want to do is to single click to activate gumball, and then when you were to single click an edit point, you can see this gumball track showing up, and you can actually move or drag this green arrow or this red arrow depending on whether you want to move that point along with the Y or the X axis. And you can certainly adjust or fine-tune several edit points to alter the look of your shape. And once you're happy with the result, you can type in PointsOff, hit return, and you can see all of your editing point disappeared after that. And what if the editing points that we just see isn't enough for you to fine-tune the shape into what you want it to be? Then we will need to use a command called rebuild. So let's type in rebuild into the command, grayed out blank, and hit return when done. And now we are prompted to select curves, extrusions, or surfaces to rebuild. In this case, this curve is what we want to rebuild. And I'm going to hit return. And now it's asking me to enter how many point count I want to assign to my shape. Let's say I'm going to do 40. And I'm going to have it delete my input, and I'm going to single click rebuild. And now when I go back to turn my edit point on, hit return, select my curve, hit return again, I can see I have a lot more editing point to work with. And now with the gumball track activated, I can further move my shape or editing points so that I can get a more precise look, as in how I want the curve to look like. And again, once we're done, just type in PointsOff and hit return. And the other end of the story will be once you created a shape that looks like that, and you're starting to wonder what if there are less editing point information so that we can further abstract or simplify a shape that looks like this, then we can certainly do rebuild, select this curve, hit return, and we can give it fewer point. Let's do 20, and then single click rebuild, or just simply hit return. And you can see my shape is abstracted or simplified because the point counts were much fewer than what we had before. And that would be some basic line editing techniques. And in the next demonstration, we are going to talk about how to create shape in Rhino.